Good morning and welcome to Coffee Ann, the longest-running panel discussion show in American radio. To make a comment or ask a question to the panel, call 401-766-1240 or email coffee@woonsocketradio.com. And now, let's join the Coffee Ann panel.
It is Coffee Ann here on ON, AM, and FM. Sorry to cut you off there, Linda. All right, it's time to start the show. So we got to start the show. We love talking about pizza. So, it is Coffee Ann time, though, here on ON Radio on Tuesday morning. It's the last Tuesday in July. Boy, the summer's flying by. How about that?
I know.
All right, it's July 30th. I'm Joe Callahan. That's Linda Tebow over there. Hi, Linda.
Talking already. Good morning.
Good morning. And Ed Cruz here from the Crew Investment Group. Hi, Ed.
Hello there.
And it's time for a first message from Ed's Pizza Shop. So, Ed, from the Crew Investment Group.
Ed's Pizza Shop. Remember, yeah, right. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Joe. Good morning, everyone. Pepperoni, Joe?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Not turkey pepperoni.
No,
Real pepperoni.
real pepperoni.
Ed Carew here of the Carew Investment Group at 2190 Mendon Road in Cumberland. Our telephone number is 765-8880. And if you're looking for an investment firm to put you first and works hard on your behalf, I'd like you to consider us. We're right here in Cumberland. You don't have to go far for an experienced advisor or work with an advisor based in Boston or New York or who knows where. Probably someone you're never going to meet. And we encourage our clients to come to the office and sit down with us as often as they like, because we like seeing our clients and we like to get to know them on a more personal basis. So if you're interested in speaking with us, give us a call at 765-8880 for a free, no obligation appointment and consultation, and we'll see what we can do to help you. Securities are offered through Bolton Global Capital, member FINRA and SIPC, and advisory services offered through Bolton Global Asset Management, a registered investment advisor.
Will you be offering pizza?
No pizza.
No pizza.
No pizza.
Did you ever watch the television show Parks and Recreation?
No Parks and
A
Recreation.
couple of
Parks and
times, yeah.
Okay, do you know
Yeah.
the character Ron Swanson?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ron is very funny.
Okay.
Very dry, and his character was in a supermarket one time, and you know how sometimes when you go to the supermarket, people are handing out free samples of
Yeah.
whatever they're
Yeah.
handing out, and they went up to Ron and said, "Would you like to try a free sample of like plant-based bacon?" And he said, "Yes, I would." And so she handed it to him, and he took it and immediately threw it away. And said, "That was delicious. Can I have another?" Because he hates that stuff.
Yeah.
Which was great.
I'm right there with him.
All right, Ed, I'm taking a look at the Blackstone Valley call-in times right on page A3. The Fed is edging closer to cutting rates.
Yes, they are.
All right. The question becomes, how soon and how fast? What are your thoughts on this one? And I guess they're meeting in Jackson Hole, huh? They like to
They're
meet in
meeting-
Wyoming.
Yeah, once a year.
Okay.
That's
It's beautiful out there, by
The
the way.
Kansas City Fed sets that one up.
Do they?
Why did the Kansas
Why did
City Fed
go to
do it in
Wyoming?
Wyoming? I don't have the answer to that question.
It's a beautiful area.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
I've been out
Jackson
there.
Hole is
Yes.
beautiful.
Yeah.
But anyway.
They're meeting today and tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
There has been some talk about them cutting rates tomorrow.
Okay.
I don't believe it. I don't expect it.
Okay.
And I don't think it's going to happen. But the economy has been slowing.
Mm-hmm.
Unemployment has been rising. And inflation has been slowing. And their projections going forward are for it to continue. So there's a pretty good possibility of a 0.25% rate cut at the next meeting in September.
Okay.
You know, but and that's kind of a surprise because I really don't expect one or didn't expect one before the election. But you know, it is what it is, and if they're concerned that the economy is slowing and may slow too quickly, if they're afraid of a recession if they don't do something, then they probably will cut rates 0.25% at the next meeting. I really can't see them doing it tomorrow.
Okay. Well, Ed's usually right on these things, Linda.
He
so,
is.
Okay.
It's always right.
Well, Well, not always. He thought Gavin Newsom was going to be the nominee. So.
Ah, you
It's
never
still a
know.
possibility. I know we haven't had the convention yet, so it's still a possibility.
That's right.
Okay, so we'll see what the feds do on that. Other things going on. We had the big fire
Yes.
in Woonsocket
Yes.
yesterday. Did Ed, did you see the pictures of the?
I saw it on the Boston News.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it made Boston news. That's,
Yeah.
that
Oh
was
yeah. Well,
big.
that's mill fires are big.
Yeah.
That-
There's a very good picture
Yeah.
on the front page of today's Blackstone
Yeah.
Valley Call Times by John Baker. I mean,
Yeah.
it looks like a bomb
Oh, yeah.
exploded
Yeah,
and
absolutely, yeah.
destroyed this building.
And the
It's
DM is
incredible.
here in Woonsocket today, checking the air quality
Oh,
because
Yeah.
because
It
it
was
was
a
a
chemical.
chemical. It was
Sure.
a chemical
Mhm.
mill. Yeah.
So, and it took them quite a while. I guess the first alarm came in at 12:42 Monday morning, and they were there all day. And you know it's big when the fire departments from Cumberland, Lincoln, North Smithfield, North Providence, Warren,
Yeah.
West Warwick,
Yeah.
and Cranston
Yeah. Half of the
all
state
all
was
make
there.
the trip up here to come
Yeah.
help
That's right.
because
They were all
this
there.
is big. So we
Yeah,
need
it
help
was a
from
huge fire.
all around it. I just wonder if it doesn't mention, but I just wonder, like Bellingham and Blackstone, maybe they came and covered the station.
Well,
Other-
usually
other crews do that.
Blackstone usually covers North Smithfield.
Okay.
We have mutual
Mutual aid,
aid
yeah.
with Woonsocket as well, but Blackstone covers
So if North Smithfield's coming to help Woonsocket, Blackstone will
Blackstone
come down.
probably and cover
come down
North
on
Smithfield.
North Smithfield,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's so they're still working on figuring out how it started.
Yeah.
We don't know yet. I guess the best thing of the whole thing is nobody was hurt.
Nobody was hurt.
Usually you hear
Right.
about these and when mill buildings go up, the homeless are using it as shelter.
Yes.
And I mean this could have been done, but there were no dead bodies.
No.
And no firefighters
No
got hurt either.
firefighters
And
got
so
hurt,
that was
yeah.
so that's huge.
Those-
and so
yeah.
we're very happy about that. So, all right. So they continue to look and find out, see if they come up with what caused this fire in the city of Woonsocket yesterday, and then starts we're going to knock the whole thing down and clear the whole thing
Yeah.
out. So
And,
it's,
you
it's
know,
a
that's
long
like
process.
a firefighter's nightmare with
A
all
mill
the
fire?
old empty mills.
Yeah.
You know, like even like the one in North Smithfield, they were so glad that we got it going and made, rehabbed it and made reused it into another, housing.
Yeah.
Because the longer they sit empty,
Yes. The worst things like this could
that
happen.
things like this happen.
Yeah.
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 It seems like years ago there were so many of those empty
Yeah.
mills that it wasn't unusual to have one of these fires like that, like almost every other year.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we had that huge one with the Stamina Mill in
Yeah,
Forestdale. That thing went. I will never forget that one.
Do you know how that started? Remember?
You know, I don't even remember. It was quite a while ago,
Yeah.
but that was, I think they said something inside of it, like it was almost like a spontaneous combustion kind of a
thing?
deal. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it happens.
But
I'm
it's-
also hearing it was possible a lightning strike.
And yeah, but there was no lightning.
Well, it was raining.
It was raining, but
Some
yeah.
people thought they saw
So
lightning.
They
that
saw
night, so
lightning,
that-
and it's possible, but
I
but
guess
as
so.
long as those old mills are open and empty
yeah.
like that,
Mhm.
I know the firefighters. That's their worst nightmare, a mill fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
It's tough.
All right. Back.
Glad no one got hurt.
Oh yeah, that turns out to be the best. Now, back on the national front, Joe Biden making waves right now, President Joe Biden, because he wants term limits for the Supreme Court
Court
justices.
justices.
I'm like, I don't think any president has ever
Yeah.
floated this by.
That's been talked about before.
Has it been?
though.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course, the Republicans are against it.
Well, of course.
And they said no, he wants to just shake up. He
Yeah.
wants to shake up the Supreme Court because he doesn't like it because the majority are Republicans.
Right. Exactly. I think it depends on the party
Yeah.
persuasion of the president at the time whether they want to shake it up like that.
But overall,
Yeah.
should Supreme Court justices have term limits? Ed,
I don't
I
know
mean
about
they get appointed for life or whenever they feel like quitting.
Yeah.
I don't know about term limits. Maybe age limit.
Okay. What's
But
the best
saying that you
age?
can only be a judge for 4 years or 8 years or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what's the average age on a Supreme Court, or what how old was Ruth Vader Ginsburg,
Ginsburg.
whatever her name
Very
was?
old.
I thought she was in her 80s.
At least.
Yeah.
Late
so
80, I think late 80.
Late 80s.
Cut it
Yeah,
at-
I mean,
at
maybe
80?
maybe 80, 85 or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I could understand an age limit more than
Okay,
a term
term
limit
limit.
because some of these judges are being appointed at a relatively young age now.
Now,
Yes,
yeah,
in their
they
50s.
are young.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are young.
What do you think, Linda?
Well, you know, I'm not sure. I could go both ways on that because, you know, the thing is, you know, as we get older, we get wiser, though, you know. No, with age comes wisdom, and so, you know, and you decide 80, you know, but there's 80 and then there's 80.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
it's-
So how
it's
do
a
you,
di- It's a difficult.
it's a difficult thing.
You know, I think 80 is okay. I think
Yeah.
most people at 80 are still, you know,
Okay.
effective. You know,
Yeah,
85, I kind of like
yeah,
think that you may not be able to keep track of all of the things that are happening, you know, in the world or in the country as well as you should, and maybe you're not reasoning as well as you should. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I hate
yeah.
to pick a number, but I think a number would make more sense than years of service.
I like the age limit too, as opposed to 4, 8, 10, 12.
Yeah. Well, then,
years.
and then they should turn it around with Joe, and say then there should be an age limit on presidents as well.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
I understand that, and I don't really have a problem with that. But presidents are elected by the voters,
They are.
and the president is the guy that appoints
The Supreme
the
Court.
Supreme Court,
Yeah.
and it has to be
Yeah.
approved by the Senate.
Yeah.
So it's not the same.
No, it isn't. No, you know, I get that. The Supreme Court, those are appointed. You know, I do get that. But, you know, presidents make crucial decisions,
Yeah.
very crucial decisions. And maybe, you know, like there was, you have to be X amount of years old to run for president.
35.
Right. So perhaps there should be
A cutoff
a cutoff for
to run.
to run.
Well, okay. That's an idea as well.
Well, no, you know, and I mean, if you're going to put an age limit on the Supreme
minimum.
no, maximum on the Supreme
Okay.
Court,
Well, there
then
is- yeah.
perhaps you know, because now there isn't. Now there isn't.
Right. Okay.
No.
Now, Joe Biden's not kicking this around, but it comes around every once in a while. Should we expand the Supreme Court? Now, it's 9 right now. And I heard, you know, a couple of years ago, we should make
They
it
wanted to go to
13
17 or something.
I
you
thought it
know,
was 13.
13, whatever it was. Yeah, of course. Again, let's expand it because
So we I can
there
add
aren't
in
enough
mine.
of our. Yeah, right, exactly.
I
no,
want to put my
that-
people in.
I'm not
yeah.
for that at all. I mean, what it is, what it is.
Yeah.
It's,
I like
it's-
it where it is right now.
It's been 9 forever.
forever.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it didn't start out at 9.
I don't know what
I
it's-
thought it started at 5, but I'm
Well,
not
maybe.
positive on
5,
that.
yeah.
Maybe.
And I'm not sure where it went to 9, but
Yeah,
I
you
like
know,
it
more
where it
doesn't
is.
make it better.
Yeah.
More does not
No,
make it better.
No, you
You
can
know?
end up with, you know, after 3 or 4 presidents, you can end up with 34 Supreme
Supreme
Court
Court
justices.
justices.
Give me
Yeah.
a break.
And,
Yeah, no, that's.
and they all make pretty good money, and you know,
Yeah.
now it's going to get expensive.
Yeah.
Biden's not talking about that. He's talking about putting in different. He wants to. Ensure no president is above the law. He doesn't like what the Supreme Court.
Yeah, he
did
doesn't like
with
the
Donald
immunity.
Trump,
Yes,
the
he
immunity
doesn't
thing.
like
He
the
wants
immunity.
that to
Yeah.
change, kind of thing.
That he wants.
So,
yeah.
so that'll keep him busy over the next couple of months while he's.
Yeah,
waiting
well,
out his
you know,
term.
the thing is, he's right now he's a lame duck, so he's going to try to get all the things that he might wanted to do. Why not? He has nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Right.
If you wanted to, it's in the Blackstone Valley Call and Times today. Joe Biden did write an op-ed piece that went to the Washington Post. It's all on what his plan to reform the Supreme Court. It's, you know, it'll take you 3 minutes to read it. It's not very long, and you can see what he has to say. and you can make your own decisions
Right.
from there. All right, we're going to take our first break here at the Coffee and Program, so we're going to give it back to Ed Carew for another message from the Carew Investment Group. Ed?
Okay, thanks again, Joe. Good morning again, everyone. Integrity, trust, service. 3 words that sum up what you can expect from the Carew Investment Group at 2190 Menden Road in Cumberland. Established in 1987, we've been helping local investors to build wealth and guide them through their golden years of retirement using quality stocks of companies that you know, many of which pay quarterly dividends. We also use investment-grade bonds and low-cost exchange-traded funds. To find out more about our services and for a quality, conservative approach to investing, give us a call at 765-8880. Integrity, trust, service. The Carew Investment Group. Securities offered through Bolton Global Capital, member FINRA and SIPC, and advisory services offered through Bolton Global Asset Management, a registered investment advisor.
All right, Ed, thanks. And the Coffee and Program will continue. Please give us a call for comments and questions at 766-1240.
At Dean Bank, their focus is on helping their customers achieve financial success. Dean Bank is a full-service bank, so they're able to deliver solutions that solve financial problems of all shapes and sizes. And as your neighbor, it's their mission to make a positive impact within the communities where they live and work. Dean Bank offers scholarships to students from participating schools, sponsor local charitable organizations, and more. Visit one of their local Blackstone Valley branches in Bellingham and Blackstone today, or find us online at deanbank.com. Dean Bank, it's my bank. The Coffee and Panel is enjoying coffee from Down East Coffee Roasters. All their coffee is roasted right here in Rhode Island. Down East Coffee Roasters is available at all Little General stores.
ON, AM, and FM.
All right, Coffee and on ON, AM, and FM. This is Joe Callahan here with Linda Tebow and Ed Carew. So, how about this? Just a bizarre story. So, there's a shooting in Providence over the weekend, and a man from Alabama is charged with the murder. 56-year-old guy from Alabama is charged with shooting a 51-year-old guy, and that person, the one that died, is also from Alabama. When was the last time you read that 2 guys from Rhode Island were shot in Louisiana?
I know it, yeah.
And it sounds like, or, I'm trying to read in between the lines. Did one guy follow the other guy up here?
Well,
And then shot him in the parking lot at Walmart?
I thought they were there to do a job, a flooring job or something,
Oh,
the 2 of them.
At Walmart?
I think at
Oh,
Walmart.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know
you
that
like-
part I didn't get.
Yeah, they were like working together, but they had words.
I had a lot of words.
Yeah, more than words.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but they had an argument, and
Yeah.
then,
So the man is named Sean Slaughter. He's 56. He's being charged with possession of an unlicensed firearm, possession of a firearm while committing a violent crime.
Yeah.
And the other man he shot is 51. I mean, these aren't kids.
No.
I wonder. So Walmart hires this company
Well, I
from
I don't-
Alabama to
yeah,
come
that-
to Rhode Island to
well,
put down
You know,
floors.
that's what I gathered from the news this morning.
Okay,
That
okay.
they were there to do a job.
Yeah.
And
All right.
And yeah, I don't know why would they hire somebody from Atlanta.
So far away.
But so they had words.
Okay, and
And you don't know.
I don't like the words.
And
so.
you don't know in Atlanta. Do you know about the gun laws in Atlanta? Can you
Alabama.
No.
Alabama.
No, I
They
don't.
can probably just have a gun and
Maybe they do have an open carry situation there. I don't know.
Well, the southern states are
very
all lax. in
lax.
their
That's
gun
what I
laws.
mean.
Yeah.
So maybe it was no big deal for him.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
Okay.
because that's what they
But
do.
it may not be that unusual for Walmart to have help or workers or whatever,
Right.
contractor people
Sure,
from
yeah.
there, because Walmart is not a local company.
No, they're
Oh, right.
not.
It's
Right.
They're from Bentonville, which I think
Arkansas.
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 Yeah.
Oh, Arkansas. I
Yeah,
didn't realize.
That's
That's
where their world
they're
headquarters
from.
are.
Really, I didn't
Yeah,
realize.
so they may
that. Yeah.
contract with various companies and send them up
So,
to do
yeah,
work.
Yeah, and because it was a box truck,
Yeah.
they had a box. It was.
Yeah, he shot him in
box
either
in the
shot him
box
in the
truck.
truck or shot him and then put him in the
Yeah,
truck.
yeah.
Did he die?
Yes,
Yeah,
he was
oh,
taken to
yeah,
Rhode Island
yeah.
Hospital,
Yeah.
but he passed away.
Uh-huh.
But you figure, the Walmart people down in Arkansas would try to find a company,
Here.
a flooring company in Rhode Island,
Right.
or nearby Massachusetts at least.
Yeah. Yeah.
It seems like it would be more expensive for them. We're going to take this crew from Alabama, ship them up to Rhode Island, do the job, and then bring them back.
Well, maybe not. Maybe
You
this-
don't know that.
You
No,
don't
I
know
don't.
that 'cause
No, you're
maybe
right.
there's
I
a-
don't know
First,
that.
Maybe
yeah,
the
first of all, you don't know
salaries-
that, and
yeah.
secondly, they may have their own way of doing it,
Yeah.
and they don't want to hire a local company
Right.
to do the work
Right.
because it may not come out the way the
They want.
Walmart way.
People want it
Yeah.
the Walmart way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've always heard that about Walmart. When you walk into a Walmart anywhere in the United States, they look the same
They
on
look
the
the-
inside.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for jeans, you know where the jeans are,
Yeah.
no matter where you
exactly, Exactly.
are. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I think Stop and Shop too.
It's like that.
That it's like that as
Yeah.
well. All
All the aisles are the same.
the aisles
Aisle,
are the same. Yeah.
Aisle 7 is bread
Bread, whatever.
all the time.
Well, because I remember when they were making changes at the one in North Smithfield,
Yeah.
on the highway, it was like, I said, where is everything? Because they were trying to make everything the way it's supposed,
Yeah, uniform.
be all the same. And I'm like, I was
Yeah, but
wondering.
I have this memorized.
But I used to, exactly, I would walk in there and I was wandering around like a lost person trying
You know why they do that?
why,
So
to
that
confuse me. No.
so that you won't
You'll see
be
everything.
like a robot picking up things and heading for the door.
Yeah.
They used to every now and then have us
Shake up.
rejigger
Yeah.
the way things were put on the shelves
So
and
you walk
moved it
all
from
around.
aisle 4 to aisle 7
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
and vice versa and
Yeah.
and put this next to this and then next 6 months later move one of those items next to something else in 2 aisles further down so that you're going to say oh, I
look,
didn't
I
know
can
they
buy
sold
that."
this.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh,
All
look.
kinds of sneaky ways. That,
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look. What did I just find at Stop and Shop? Dove chocolates, but they were chocolate covered like almonds. Ooh.
Yeah.
Dove chocolate. Oh, hey. All right. Hey,
See
these-
when you are wandering,
There we
see what you
go.
find.
Oh, yeah, look at-
Your theory is right.
I try.
Now
I
that's a
try to
conspiracy
that's
theory.
right. I try to look at the floor, so that doesn't happen. But you got to look up sometimes. So.
Yeah, you do.
Oh,
or you're
well,
gonna,
oh, look.
yeah, crash into people.
Peanut. What is it? Peanut buttered pretzels. Yum. All right, other things going on, and Providence mail carrier was threatened because he was trying to do the right thing. As he's leaving a package, he sees a thief run up and grab the package and start running away with it. So he basically tells him to stop and put it back. The thief pulls a knife and said, "Why don't you shut up
Whoa.
and leave and mind your own business?"
Wow.
Okay, I will.
yeah, no problem.
And
What,
so-
would you like this package too?
That's right.
This one's got better stuff in
yeah,
it.
that's right. So yeah, and so that's what he did. The guy, the mailman backed off. Okay, you're the one with the knife, and the guy with the knife took off with the package and just ran down the street.
Wow. You're
So
trying to
the-
be a good guy.
He's trying to be a good Samaritan. Hey, that's not yours. You should put it back. And that's the chance you take when you confront people like that. You don't know what they have.
No
Yeah.
good
What-
deed
what-
goes unpunished.
That's right.
Right.
You don't know what kind of weapon they may have,
Yep.
and this one happened to have a knife. And so okay, but he still reported it.
Good.
So well, good for him that he was able to do that. But there's more and more of that.
Yeah.
You saw it in Massachusetts quite a bit, where mailmen were being held up not for their packages and not for their money, but they wanted their keys
Keys.
so they could get into the mailboxes that are on the corner of the streets
Uh-huh.
and grab everything in there because they know possibly there are checks in
Checks.
there.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
smart, I guess.
Yeah. Until they get caught.
Until you get caught, of course. So it's like,
Yeah.
geez. You always thought, growing up, I always thought, boy, the mailman's talk about it. Not that it's an easy job, but it's a relatively safe job.
Except
Drive
for
around
yeah.
or you walk, except
Yeah.
for dogs.
Dogs that might bite you. That's about
Yeah.
it.
But
But
they
they're
all-
out in all kinds of weather too.
I know,
you
and that's
yeah.
tough.
Yeah.
But you go, you make sure this is the right address. You put it in
Yeah.
the mail slot. You put it in the
Yeah.
mailbox. So, I don't want to use the word easy because it's not an easy job because
No.
of the bad weather.
Yeah.
But a safe job, except for
Yeah.
the dogs. But now it's not even a safe job anymore.
No.
Not only are they going after the keys, but now they're going after some of them in the mail trucks
Yeah.
as well, trying to get to the Social Security checks that may or may not be in the mail sacks
Right.
in the back. It's like,
Yeah.
wow, geez, you just.
Does people
there's
still
nothing
get Social
safe.
Security checks?
It's funny.
Some of the
It's
older
almost
people,
all. They
right.
must be really.
Like when Mom was alive, she still got a check.
Yeah, because
But
it's
I mean,
almost
that
all
way she's
direct
been gone.
deposit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of them are direct deposit now. Yeah.
They want you to go that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, just
Yeah.
to make it easier for them, of course. So, all right. So that's what took place down there in Providence and up in Massachusetts. Ed, you and
Yeah.
I,
Yes.
we're giving $30 million to Stewart Healthcare.
Well, the
Isn't that
governor
isn't that nice of
insisted
us?
that it
What-
is not
really?
to Stewart.
Yes. I know. It's not supposed to go to employee salaries. It's all supposed to go to patient care. It's to keep the hospitals running while they're in bankruptcy.
Yeah.
And so patient care keeps going, and while they still keep looking for a buyer. So the state's giving them $30 million. Keep all the hospitals operational.
Yeah, apparently there's two of the hospitals, and I don't remember which two right now, but there are two of them that nobody wants.
Yeah, there's one in Air, and the one in Boston, I thought.
Could be. I don't
Yeah.
remember where they were.
Yeah.
They said the names of the hospital, which meant nothing to me, but
Well,
I
you're
know
also
Dave
giving
mentioned-
free community college to everyone too.
that's
Yeah,
part of
yeah.
part of the
Yeah.
that's part of the
budget.
new budget.
The
Your
new budget.
budget, yeah.
yeah.
To everyone, it says free to all. Free community college.
Carney Hospital in Dorchester.
Yes.
And the other one's in Air, Massachusetts, Neshoba Valley Medical Center. Yeah, no one wants it.
Right.
I don't know why. I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, the and then Maura Healey signed the budget, $58 billion, and I heard the free community college was coming, and when I first heard it, first of course the community part goes out of my head, and I went, what, free college for my daughter?
Oh, yay, yay.
And, all right, and then it was community college. I said, I missed it, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I don't know what the $58 billion. Ed, is that how much higher is that from last year?
I have no idea.
Do you know? No. So it does not say. They're having the big State House signing ceremony today. If you want to go up to Beacon Hill and watch it. All right. I did get a note in 766-1240. DEI. That's the new thing. Do you know what DEI stands for?
No, I do not.
Diversity, equity, and inclusion. All right. This and this is what happened with the head of the Secret Service. And when she was appointed, she wanted to make the Secret Service the most DEI agency in the federal government, which means we have, one of this race and one of this race and one of this race. Well, maybe more than one, and then we have to have the genders equal out as well. We're not looking for the best person anymore.
No, just
We got to make sure
that's
we're all included. We're all
yeah,
inclusive,
all inclusive.
which sounds good, but is it practical?
No,
I guess it depends on the agency. And when it comes to the Secret Service,
one would want the best.
I want the best.
Yeah.
no matter what color they are.
I
or
don't care.
gender,
Yeah,
right?
and you saw that when Trump got shot at, and there was a woman trying to cover him, and she couldn't. Why? Because she was 5'5", and
She was too little.
Trump is 6'2" or
Yeah.
wherever he is. And
Yeah.
I go, what's? And she couldn't get her gun
Right.
back in her holster. It's like, why? Huh? It's like, oh my gosh. I was like,
Yeah.
boy, I don't.
I saw that. I said she's too little to cover.
Well, that's
him.
it. But
Yeah.
but she's a woman,
Yeah.
and so
Yeah.
and maybe she's a good shot.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm like, it's just things you question,
Yeah.
and that's why she's gone. Dawn Cheadle. I think
Well,
that's
she
her name.
resigned.
Well, we're gonna fire you.
They were
if you-
going
if
to
you
fire
don't
you,
resign.
so you got to resign. Right?
So you're out, and of
It
course.
took her a while to decide. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
From when it happened, you would have thought she would have resigned right away.
Well,
She didn't.
She didn't, and she went before that committee,
Yeah, she surely did.
which
Yeah.
was a rough day and a half for her.
Yeah, yes, it was.
And-
Yes,
and even though-
I
and-
saw some of that.
And even though she was continually asked,
Yeah.
"Are you going to resign?" It was
No.
all that Monday was no.
No.
Tuesday she resigns,
Yes, she did.
and it's like, maybe someone guessed you. They're going to, or someone's going to fire you,
You're gonna,
or
you're
Biden's
right.
going to
Either
remove you.
resign or you're going to get fired.
Yeah.
End of
Which
story.
do you
Yeah.
prefer?
Yeah, resign is better.
So it makes you wonder, though, was she taken out and then given another position somewhere else, nice and quiet, that we don't know
Well,
about?
We don't know.
We always make the assumption,
we will never know.
they've resigned and they've gone away into oblivion and we'll never hear from them again. But now they're over here in this department, and you
I mean,
just
that
never
was
hear
a
about it.
that was a pretty big deal.
But,
yeah. So perhaps not.
And so they asked. Remember, they asked Trump, "Please, no more outdoor rallies," and he
Yeah.
said, "No,
Yeah.
no, I'm going to continue to have them." He's going to go back to Butler, Pennsylvania, and he's basically threw it onto the Secret Service: "Protect me better. Do your like a Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
Do your job and do it a lot better
Yeah.
than what you did the last time."
He's going to get interviewed too. He's going to have a victim interview. He said, "Okay." Did you see that?
No, Trump
Yeah.
is.
Trump, yeah.
Well, who's going to interview him?
Secret Service.
Oh,
Well, I guess
okay.
they're doing their debriefing after
Yeah.
all of this happened and what went wrong, kind of a thing, And I guess they want to hear from the victim,
Okay. Well, I was
as they should.
I was shot. That's what went wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
But you do want to know: did he see something? Could he see something from
Right,
his,
yeah.
from
I
his
mean,
vantage point?
When they're debriefing after something like that, whether it was successful or not,
Yeah.
when you debrief and you want to know what could we have done better, or,
Yeah.
the whole thing.
All right, we're going to take a break here at the Coffee and program. It's time for the weather forecast being brought to you by KFC.
Partly sunny skies today with a high of 86 and a stiff breeze from the south. Tonight, mostly cloudy, overnight low of 70. Wednesday's weather, a 70% chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms all day. Cloudy skies all day with a high of 81. Up to a half an inch of rain is possible. Thursday, mostly sunny with a high of 89. Friday, mostly sunny and 91. Saturday, a chance of showers, partly sunny with a high of 87, but only a 30% chance of a shower. Sunday, partly sunny and 87, and Monday, sunshine and 86.
Currently outside the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Ave and Kennedy Street. Looks like we have some overcast skies. 79 degrees. Get a taste of KFC's $10 Tuesday. Pick up an 8-piece drum and thigh bucket for just $10. Only at KFC. It's finger licking good. Prices and participation vary. Tax, tip, and fees are extra.
You know, when you're paying the right price for protection, you just know it. It's that warm, fuzzy, totally secure feeling, knowing that you're not only getting great coverage, but you're also not paying too much for it. And when it comes to your insurance, there's no one better at getting the right price for your protection than Allstate agents Kara and Celeste Benjamin, because they know when it comes to your bank account, every penny counts towards something bigger, something better. Like a nicer car, that home update you've been dreaming of, or a phone that's fresh out of the box. Those little or big things that we work so hard for. And Kara and Celeste Benjamin want to help you work a little less by getting you the coverage you need and the savings you deserve when you switch to Allstate. Contact Kara and Celeste Benjamin at the Benjamin Agency. One agency, 2 locations in North Smithfield and Bellingham. 765-5000 for a free quote today. Allstate, you're in good hands. And you're in good hands with Kara and Celeste Benjamin at the Benjamin Agency. Savings vary based on the average annual savings reported by new auto customers surveyed in 2019 who switched to Allstate.
When you're out enjoying Rhode Island's great outdoors, remember these 3 steps to prevent Lyme disease. Repel, check, and remove. To repel ticks, use bug spray with at least 20% DEET. When you get inside, do a full-body tick check. Be sure to check your kids and pets, too. If you find a tick, remove it with tweezers. Remember, repel, check, and remove. For more tick-free Rhode Island tips, visit health.ri.gov/ticks. Brought to you by the Rhode Island Department of Health and the Rhode Island Broadcasters Association.
Hey, it's ON Radio's Cruisin' Bruce Palmer, and I'd love to have you join me every Saturday for the Saturday Block Party. We start at 4 o'clock when I open up the ON Music Vault for you to pick whatever you want to hear or send to somebody special. Yes, the good old radio request days are back. Join me for the Saturday Block Party, Saturdays from 4 until 7 on ON Radio and streaming online at woonsocketradio.com.
And it's Coffee In here on ON AM and FM. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan here with Linda Tebow and Ed Carew. Just talking a little bit more about the whole DEI thing. It looks like Kamala Harris, that's her thing. She loves the DEI, the diversity, equity, and inclusion. She'll make that part of her administration if she's elected into office. And I think I brought this up maybe 2 weeks ago. But John Deere Tractor came out and actually said, all right, we're getting rid of our DEI program at our company. It's not working. Our customers don't like it. All the tractor buyers out there in the Midwest, and so it's not working for us. And a lot of the larger companies, like a John Deere, and probably like a Walmart, and who knows, maybe United or Delta Airlines, they all have DEI. Departments or someone in charge of that, someone that's got to make sure that we're hiring the most diversified, inclusive people that we can hire. And we're back to, we're not going to hire the best person for the job anymore. We got to hire the right person for the job. It seems, and maybe more companies will go in John Deere's, the John Deere tractor, thinking, okay, we really don't need this as part of our work culture. Maybe some people do need it. I don't know. But for these large scale companies across the nation, maybe they just don't need it anymore. And we just go out and hire the right people. But who knows what Harris has up her sleeve.
Yeah.
All right, we have another note called in as well, 766-1240. There is no such thing as a free college. The taxpayers are paying for it.
Well, exactly.
Well, good point.
Yeah. No, that is the point.
Yeah, and
it's free to the person going. But we're paying.
Yeah,
We
and
Doesn't
that's
Rhode Island
true.
already have that?
We already have
We've had
that.
for
Yeah,
years.
well, we've had it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the free
and we
community
are
college.
paying. Yes, it's not free. We are paying.
Yeah,
Taxpayers.
yeah.
are paying.
There's nothing that's free.
No,
Not
The government
really.
does not give you anything free that they don't collect from someone
No.
else.
no, we pay
'Cause-
for it. Right.
It's awful tough to pay the teachers at the community college when there's no money. Are they going to do it out of the goodness of their heart?
No.
No, they're not.
No.
They would like to be paid as well.
No.
The person also writes that DEI can also stand for didn't earn it.
You
And
know
there's a
the
lot of
thing-
jokes like
yeah.
that going around.
What
too.
we need to do is hire the best qualified person for the job.
Yeah.
I don't care what color they are.
It
They
doesn't-
can
it
be
doesn't matter.
purple or
Yeah.
green or whatever. The best qualified.
I thought about
The
that. They could be.
best qualified. And the same thing when you vote for somebody. The most qualified.
They
the
could be.
most qualified.
And if the best qualified is a transgendered male with
Whatever.
green hair and 17 piercings, but if they can hit that target
You're-
from 300 yards, Ed,
yeah. Yeah.
you're our sniper.
Yeah,
you're
right,
you're our guy.
exactly. What the best qualified.
Yeah, so-
the best qualified. But when we started giving kids a trophy for showing,
Oh, yeah.
Participation trophy.
I was there. Yeah, I was there, kind of a thing. It's because not everybody's going to get chosen.
Right.
Really, they're not.
I just saw a comedian. I can't remember who he was that said that, and there was everyone got a trophy kind of thing. And
Yeah.
instead of saying to the kid that came in last, because you can't say, "Oh, you came
No,
in
no,
last."
no.
Oh, it was something you're the last winner is what it was like.
The
But-
last
but
winner,
we had to
right.
put winner in there to make them feel good
Yeah,
about it.
and that's nice. It's I don't know. You try out.
Yeah.
And
sometimes you don't make it.
The most qualified.
Yeah.
The most qualified.
You know what happened? Michael Jordan didn't make his high school basketball team in his junior year
Right.
or freshman year. I forget
Yeah,
which year he didn't
yeah.
make it.
But he worked harder.
He worked harder at it, and
then
then
he
the
got
next year
in.
he made the team again.
Exactly,
That's how it works.
Yeah, and that's like the same thing with women in politics. They think that well,
Because I'm the woman.
a woman, and they think because I'm a woman, I'm going to vote for that person because they are a woman. Wrong. You
Mm-hmm.
vote for the most qualified, you hire the most qualified, and we would be a better place.
All right. The best town in Rhode Island to retire in, according to the latest survey, Jamestown. They took into effect a couple of factors: population, not many people in Jamestown; the weather, crime. There's not much crime in Jamestown, and the tax rate and access to amenities. All right. Beavertail State Park is very nice down there, but there's not much else on Jamestown. There's a couple of restaurants, but if you need anything, you got to go off the island. And Newport's close by, and North Kingstown is on the land going in the other way. But you got to pay to get to Newport.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's such a great thing. And the price of homes on Jamestown has got to be sky high.
Sure, and taxes
as well.
too, I would think.
Well, they say the tax rate's pretty good.
Is it?
And I can't understand that because there's no businesses.
Well, exactly. That's why one would
except
think
for a few
that the
hardware
taxes
store and a
would be
couple of
high.
restaurants.
Yeah.
You would think it would be high. So,
Yeah.
but that's what they came up
Well,
with.
it's a lovely, I mean, but think
Well,
about it.
yeah.
If you want to retire and you want a peaceful, quiet place, I guess it's good.
That's a good place.
Yeah.
They like that it has walking tours around the lighthouse down there. They have fishing, other maritime activities, and beaches.
There you go.
So nice
Yeah.
to be there right in the middle of the bay.
Yeah.
Well, good for them. They made the list. Let's see. There's something else going on in in Massachusetts. What I guess said.
Lakeville?
No, too many motorcycle crashes happen in that town. Nope. You want to take another real guess?
Mansfield.
It is not Mansfield.
Oh, okay.
West Yarmouth,
West Yarmouth.
out on the Cape.
Up on the
Yep.
Cape.
Same factors: population, weather, crime rate, tax rate, and access to amenities. West Yarmouth as quaint. Noted it has its own pirate museum. Well, there's a good reason to retire there. And West Yarmouth has activities ranging from antiquing to an inflatable park to keep kids and the grandparents occupied during visits.
There you go.
So, and yes, West Yarmouth is lovely as well down there,
Yeah, it is nice.
as well as most of the other towns down there. Dennis and Truro and
Yeah.
Hyannis is nice too as well. So there we go. All right. Let's see. Other thing. Dave had this in the news story. Bit of an issue up in Salem, Massachusetts. Another nice town, by the way, Salem. Although they have their crime situation up there. But Salem is right on the water, up there on the harbor. And there was a guy that was operating a boat, and somehow, for whatever reason, got knocked out of the boat. And now, but whatever he did with the steering situation, now the boat is going in circles, just taking a left. And now he's in the water, and so he tried to get back on the boat, and all I can think of he's probably in the water saying, I've seen movies, and I bet I can do this. Just come by and you grab on, and you climb. Schwarzenegger does it all the time. you just climb right up and get back in the boat. Well, that didn't work.
Not so, huh?
Nope, he got hit in the head trying to do this. He's okay though. Yeah. So they had to call the harbor masters out of Salem and Beverly to come out there, and someone did eventually get onto the boat, and they were able to shut it off or whatever, and then they just towed it in. But no one else got hurt.
Oh, that's good.
And no other boats got hit.
Well, no, because they're going in circles.
Which is good, but
Yeah.
who knows if it straightened itself out and
Right,
started
it
heading
did.
somewhere.
That happened about 3-4 weeks ago
Where?
in New Hampshire, where a boat was going around
In circles?
in circles. There was
Okay.
nobody in it, and a young man was on another boat, and he had his buddy bring him up alongside. And he
close?
jumped into the
Wow.
boat. Matter of fact, I'm not sure if it was his buddy or his father.
Okay.
Anyway, he jumped into the boat and made it into the boat and was able to stop that.
Stop the boat.
Yeah, that was on the
Well,
news.
you'd think it would have a kill switch, Because
I guess
think
they
the jet
don't.
skis do, but I guess that doesn't, huh?
Jet skis do.
Until they run out of gas,
Yeah, and then they'll eventually
then
stop.
it'll eventually stop. I
But,
guess. Yeah.
No, the only one I saw in New Hampshire was the whale. Jump up out
Oh,
of the
the
water.
whale!
Yeah,
Did you see that one?
It
Whoa,
crashed on the boat.
whoa,
Yeah.
wow!
So that
And
was
all I
good.
could think of was, geez, the poor whale. I hope he didn't get hurt. I mean, I know he's big, but
Yeah.
he went on the motor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Crash
they
on-
said
he coulda got
He
cut.
could have gotten.
Yeah.
Could have gotten
Yeah, yeah,
seriously
yeah.
hurt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, did the boat sink? Because it
don't
it
recall.
tipped up and then it flipped over,
Yeah.
and then it
It did. I think it
capsized.
said it did. It did sink.
It did sink.
I think it said it did sink because it got
Yeah. Wow.
big hole. Big hole.
Oh, it
Yeah.
took out a huge chunk of the
Yeah,
back. Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Back to the budget, by the way, in Massachusetts, we're giving a lot more money. Record funding for the MBTA.
Yes.
There you go.
I love that. Aren't they a private company? Keolis owns them.
Who?
Keolis?
I don't know.
Unless it's been sold.
I thought they were a state thing.
Yeah,
No?
it's Massachusetts Transit
Transit
Bay
Authority.
Transit
Yeah,
Authority.
Bay
But run
Transit.
by a
Oh,
private
run
run by
by.
a private entity though.
Yeah.
But I guess they have to fund them. So
Yeah, because you own it.
yay.
You own it, Joe.
It's all ours. All right. So, but it doesn't say how much. It just says that we're providing record funding for the T.
Yay.
So, does that mean the trains and the buses will be on time? Not necessarily.
Fingers crossed, right?
Do we need to buy new trains? Do we need to buy new tracks? We'll see. So,
Interesting.
all right, we got to take a break, and Linda's got to go.
I'm sorry.
She's got to get to a blueberry pancake breakfast.
Yes, I do. I do. I do.
And did she invite us, Ed? No.
Well, come on down.
Are we all going to go?
Oh yeah, we all go. We're in
Let's go.
trouble.
All right. Well, thanks for coming in, Linda.
Put on an LP, will you?
We'll see you next Tuesday.
See you next week.
All right, very good.
Bye.
More coffee and coming up. Stick around. 766-1240 for comments and questions.
Hey, Red,
Who? Me?
your face is beat red and you look like you're gonna pass out.
Well, you know, I'm a little dizzy, but working outside in this heat, what are you gonna do?
You're in danger of heat exhaustion, my friend. And if you want to finish up this job today and get paid, you need to take a break in the shade and drink some water. Now, got it?
Yeah, but I gotta.
You gotta stay safe and healthy to stay on the job, right?
That's true.
A message from the Rhode Island Department of Health and the Rhode Island Broadcasters Association.
Hello, my name is Paul LaValle from the Woonsocket Knights of Columbus, Council 113. I want to invite you to our annual seminarian dinner on Saturday, August 17th. Time is 5 to 7 p.m. at St. Joseph's School Gym, 1200 Mendon Road, Woonsocket, Rhode Island. Tickets are $15. The menu consists of pasta and meatballs, salad, garlic bread, dessert, coffee, tea, or soda. Tickets are available through any Knight of Columbus member or myself at 401-651-5533. Thank you for your support.
All right, it's Coffee Anna here on ON AM and FM. Thanks for joining us. I'm Joe Callahan. Linda Tebow had to go, but Ed Carew is here with us. And we were talking with Ed before we went on the air about crazy things going on in California. And they make decisions that have unintended consequences. So here we go. The city of South Pasadena, California, is unveiling its new fleet of all-electric police cruisers.
Uh-huh.
What could go wrong?
I don't know.
Have you caught the bad guy? No, I ran out of a charge. The vehicles, all made by Tesla, so Tesla's making some good coin out of this, are the first fleet of EV patrol cars in the nation. The city will also reveal details about its EV charging infrastructure. City and county leaders all spoke alongside the vehicles yesterday during a news conference, and how they all think this is a great thing, Ed.
Do they?
Well, of course we're replacing all our gas-powered
All our
vehicles,
gas guzzlers.
all our gas guzzlers,
Yeah.
and bringing in all the EVs. So, one, you can't hear us coming anymore. We're nice and quiet, and I guess that you'll be able to charge up the cars at the station. Will it be a good idea? I don't know. Time will tell.
Yeah.
But I just wonder. You're chasing after the bad guy, and I ran out of a charge. How embarrassing is that going to be? Someone else come and help me. So I don't know. I don't know if it's the smartest thing or not. So, all right. And did you hear Trump say? Because Linda talked, he's just not that smart. Trump made and I heard him make this this announcement at one of his rallies, saying, vote for me. I'm paraphrasing, where he said, vote for me and you won't have to vote anymore. Did you hear him say that?
I did not hear him say that. I read that.
Okay.
Somebody said that he said that. But I also read that somebody said that he didn't say it. It didn't mean what
Right.
it's been interpreted to say.
Yes, because the backlash came out and people are interpreting it as saying, what? No more elections? If you're elected, you're promoting yourself to dictator? And people are really concerned that this is what they thought it meant. So yesterday, Trump was on Fox News, and he told host Laura Ingraham that Christians aren't known as a big voting group. Trump said he was urging them to get out the vote so he could fix the country, then they could go back to not voting. That's what he says on Monday. Do you believe him?
I don't know. I don't believe a lot of things that he says. But then again, I don't believe a lot of things that any other politicians say.
You're right. Because it did sound to me right off the bat. It sounded like he was. Oh yeah, if I'm in, that's it. We don't have to vote anymore because I'll be the guy, and I'll take care of everything. I'm like, I didn't know he was talking about Christians. I don't know where he comes up with this information that Christians aren't known as a big voting group. I think that's an odd statement to say. Does he have facts to back that up? So yeah. So I guess he's saying
need facts to back up anything he says. He just says whatever comes to mind.
So vote for me, get me in, and then if you're part of that big non-voting group, you don't have to go. You can go back to not voting because I'll fix it and everything will be fine.
Mm-hmm.
So,
in other words, vote for me because this is the last time I can run.
Basically. Well, no, he could run again if he loses, can't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he loses, but it'd
probably be his last time.
Yeah, he's saying that. Yeah, right. Yeah, he'd be too old probably.
Yeah.
By then.
They're already talking about his age now, and, so this would probably be the last time. You're right. Down in Virginia, Ed, us humans, we're finally getting back at Mother Nature, and we as humans, we're spreading COVID-19 to the animals. They have found the COVID-19 virus in deer mice, possums, raccoons, and groundhogs, as well as eastern cottontails and eastern red bats. Now, there's no evidence of humans catching COVID-19 from animals, but we're giving it to them, and the way they figured it out is that the animals are all eating discarded food from hikers. And the hikers have the COVID. They may or may not know they have it. So they're transferring it to the food. Along comes the raccoon, eats the food. Now they have the virus. And that's what they're making that assumption on.
But only in Virginia.
Oh, yeah. They're the ones making the testing on the animals. So it doesn't say, should we just go up and down the whole Appalachian Trail and see if the same thing is happening in Georgia and South Carolina and North Carolina, and go up into Maine too and see if we're transmitting COVID-19 to the animals? I don't know. But they're not giving it back to us, so. And I don't know, does COVID-19 affect animals the way it affects humans?
I don't know.
I don't know either. So all right. So that's what's going on there. Let's see. The U.S. women's basketball team won their first Olympic game. I didn't see it, but they won in the one.
You say men's basketball?
No, this is women's basketball.
Okay.
Men's basketball comes later. They do that towards the end of the Olympics. The women are the reigning Olympic champions. They beat Japan with a 102-76 win in the first game of group play. Every player for Team USA scored, with Aja Wilson leading the way with 24 points. Her Las Vegas Aces teammate, Chelsea Gray, had 13 assists, while the New York Liberty's Brenna Stewart added 22 points. The women will continue their quest for the U.S. 8th straight gold medal Thursday when they take on Belgium. So, all right. So, congratulations to them. We're doing okay in the medal count, Ed, if you keep track of these things.
No, I haven't kept
Not
track.
keeping track.
No.
We're leading France by 4 medals.
Uh-huh.
We've got 3 gold, 8 silver, and 9 bronze
Okay.
as of today. Although they probably have started stuff already over there in France. France is at 16. However, we're not the tops in the gold.
No, I was going to say 3 doesn't sound like
It's not.
the winning number to
It's
me.
not. Gold. Japan is at the top right now with 6.
Uh-huh.
And then there's 4 or 5 other countries, including France, that have 5.
Let me see.
So, still plenty of time to catch up and take over like that. But we'll see. So things are going. I guess that things are well. I guess did you hear about the big controversy at the opening ceremonies?
Nope.
Big controversy at the
Can't
opening
say that I
ceremonies.
have.
Well, every country that does the Olympics, that hosts the Olympics, we have the Parade of Nations, and all the athletes march into whatever stadium they're at, amongst big fanfare, and then they go and they sit down in their seats, and then the host country puts on basically a show of some kind that welcomes all the athletes. Now, I'm gonna have to paraphrase once again because I didn't see it, but from what I understand, the Paris puts on this. It was some kind of very odd, artsy kind of thing, and it's what, to me, it's what Europeans do. Europeans like bizarre. Well, it's bizarre to us. It may be normal to them. They like bizarre, artsy things. So they had a bunch of drag queen performers mimicking some kind of painting. Some people took it as they were criticizing or making fun of the Last Supper by Da Vinci. They had to come out and say, no, we weren't doing the Last Supper. We were doing something else.
Uh-huh.
And then someone else said, well, what this person was doing was satanic. And they said, no, it wasn't satanic. It was this person doing some kind of homage to some Greek something for the Olympics. So there was just a lot of controversy. And if you ever watch anything, and I tune into this, if you ever watch any kind of like European films, England or French or Spanish or anything like that, to us they're always very like what's going on kind of thing. And I've seen films like this, and it always ends up with at the beach with a clown holding a red balloon.
Really?
Yeah, and like you're like, what's happened? and then the film ends. But it's all very artsy kind of thing. And so and people in the art world, they all stand up and applaud. Oh, it's brilliance. And us as Americans going, I don't get it. What like that. So that's the kind of thing they did in France. They had some weird to us again, artsy opening ceremonies thing that a lot of people didn't get, and they were criticizing it. And I forget one somewhere. I think it's in Texas. The local TV station there that was holding the Olympics. They go out and they sell advertising. Hey, be on the Olympics with us. And some company, could have been a car dealership, went back to the TV station and said, take all my advertising off because of the opening ceremonies. I cannot be associated with this kind of they attuned it to a non-Christian kind of thing. I went, wow, okay. Well, that's their choice.
Yeah.
And they can do what they want, and that's what they decided to do. So
Wow.
makes you wonder what they'll do at the closing ceremonies. Just bring out a clown holding a red balloon, and everything will be fine. I don't know if you heard, Ed, but in Oklahoma, the Oklahoma State Department of Education is being sued over a mandate that they intend to include Bibles in the classrooms. And they wanted to use it more as a historical context. But they're being sued. The lawsuit was filed by a concerned parent in Mays County, Oklahoma, who argued that state superintendent Ryan Walters' mandate violates the separation of church and state and infringes on Oklahoma's religious freedoms. Walters says his mandate will proceed despite legal challenges. Now, I don't know about you, Ed, but when I was in high school, not that we had Bibles in the classroom, but my English teacher, he might have carried one to use it as a reference, because we were always doing, when you're doing Shakespeare and that part of English lit at the time, Shakespeare and his contemporaries would always allude to a person that's in the Bible.
Uh-huh.
Because that's what they grew up. That's what they grew up with, and so he had the Bible with him, in case we hadn't heard. Well, who is he referring to? Oh, well, this person in the Bible is this person, and this is what they did, and this is why it makes sense in the story that Shakespeare's trying to tell.
Yep.
And that's it. He didn't say, "Well, you got to follow the Bible," kind of thing. He goes, "No, in a historical context, this is what Shakespeare was talking about." Got it. I think that's what they're trying to do in Oklahoma at the same thing. Not quite positive on that, but you never know. But some people just say, all they hear is, there's a Bible in the classroom. Oh, no, we got to stop. So we'll see if any other lawsuits come of that. Are you okay with Bibles in the classroom?
It bothered me.
Doesn't bother you at all? Okay. Did your English teachers do that? Do you remember?
I went to Mount St. Charles.
Oh, well, then they had a lot of Bibles in the classroom.
So,
So it wasn't an issue there.
No.
You refer to the Bible often. All right, that'll do it for the show for today. Thank you very much for listening in. Our thanks to Linda Tebow, who came in, who was here for the first 45 minutes. And Ed, thanks for coming in as well.
Always a pleasure.
All right, I'm Joe Callahan. Have yourself a fantastic day. And stay tuned for Gary Smith and the crew. Do you remember is coming your way at 9:30 here on ON Radio.
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street. This is WOON Woonsocket Radio. And now, the news.
Well, here's a story that's kind of interesting. A boat was left circling in Salem Harbor on Sunday. You see, the operator was thrown overboard from the vessel and could no longer operate it. Luckily, on his way over the side, he hung a really hard left, and it just kept going around in circles to the left. The 21-year-old man was hit by the boat, actually, when it came around one time. He was trying to get back into it, and he was reported in stable condition yesterday morning. The Salem and Beverly Harbor Masters were able to get the runaway boat under control, and it was towed back to a dock.
An Alabama man has been arrested for the Saturday morning shooting in the parking lot of a Providence Walmart store. Walmart had nothing to do with it. It happened to be where the shooting took place. 56-year-old Sean Slaughter is charged with murder after the shooting that killed 51-year-old Eric Campbell